Akira Toriyama is fucking dead.
Baka, hey, Manga Tuesday.
Welcome back to Manga Tuesday. I am Darcy, and the great creator of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, is fucking dead. Dragon Ball means a lot to me. It's one of the first animes I ever watched as a kid. Not the first, but one of the first, so it's very nostalgic for me. It holds a very big place in my childhood, but it was also the reason I started reading manga. Dragon Ball is the first manga I ever read, and it's what made me fall in love with manga. So today, for episode 157 of Manga Tuesday, I'm just gonna show you my collection of Dragon Ball related things. It'll mostly be figurines and such, but there'll be some other little things, like the manga, which I guess we'll start with. Actually, we'll start with the Dragon Ball. I got the 4-star Dragon Ball, one of the more important, or one of the more memorable of the Dragon Balls, the 4-star one being the very first one that Goku has as a kid. I particularly love the original Dragon Ball portion of Dragon Ball, because that's what I watched as a kid. I wasn't early to the scene or nothing. I think the Z portion may have aired in its full entirety before the original part of Dragon Ball was fully dubbed, possibly, so I may have been a little late to the game. I don't know. But I just remember going to the video store and borrowing Dragon Ball. I don't know if it was VHS, they might have been on DVDs. But borrowing the original Dragon Ball, starting from Dragon Ball and watching that, so Kid Goku is my favourite. I much prefer that section. Anyway, it's enough of that. We don't want too much talking. We don't want too much discussing things in a video. Like, just shut your yapper, boy. Anyway, here we have the original, we have the Visbig versions of all 42 Dragon Ball volumes. These two, the first two Visbigs, are the first manga that I ever bought. As I said, I sort of watched Dragon Ball as a kid and had very fond memories of it. But when I was around 17, I decided to rewatch all of Dragon Ball and then continue on and watch all of the Z portion of Dragon Ball, mostly for the first time. And once I was finished it, I really liked it. And instead of watching some other animes, I was like, you know what, let me check out this, what's this Dragon Ball manga stuff? So I bought the first two Visbigs and just breezed through them, and it was such a joy. It was like, it was so good. Anyway, this is what started my manga journey, and this one has some grass stains on it from that one episode where I threw it. When I threw it, I kind of forgot that it was the first manga I ever bought. But I bought these at the same time, so these two are the first I've ever bought. Let's take a quick look over here as I do a voiceover. I also have all of the Dragon Ball Super manga in English, up to date with the latest release. I also have the Day I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha manga spin-off that sucks, and not exactly Dragon Ball, but kind of related. Well, I mean, Jacko is pretty Dragon Ball related. I got the Jacko manga, but I also got Kowa and Sandland, some other Toriyama works that aren't Dragon Ball related, but that's that. Here I have some Japanese Dragon Ball mangas. Like, for example, here we have Yosun Goku and Friends Return 1 and 2, which was only ever released in Japanese. So I have this Revival of F, which I thought was a manga adaptation version of the movie, but it doesn't seem to be. It's just got some sort of bonus stuff here, some nice artwork, but then it seems to be like, is this a script of the movie? I'm not really sure, but it's a cool little thing to have. I also have the episode of Bardock manga, which is a manga version of that episode of Bardock, I don't know, OVA or whatever the hell it is, when Bardock becomes the original Super Saiyan, gets sent back in time somehow. I have volume 10 of Dragon Ball in Japanese. This must be, I think, a more recent print because of the DB there. I just really like this cover. But see, here I have, which I got many years ago, volume 42, the final volume, and volume 1, the very first volume. I must have got these back in like 2016. I read the manga, I started reading it late 2015. But yeah, you can see up here it's got that, which I think is the original. And this one is pretty old. It's not a first edition, but I think this is the oldest manga I own. It's a little hard to tell exactly when it was printed because I don't know exactly what it's saying here, but if you look at this, I think It was 1986. Seems to be the latest date, so I assume this was this edition was published. I don't know if it's got a 7 there, but it's got an 11 there, so I don't know if it's like the 11th reprinting or no, I don't know exactly, but it's pretty old. It's pretty cool to have. I'm glad I got this. Here's the only... I actually don't own any of the anime in physical form other than these two movies, The Legend of Broly, which I think is vastly overrated, and Battle of Gods, which I think is probably the best Dragon Ball movie, rivaled only by the original Broly movie. Did I say on DVD? Because these are Blu-ray, not DVD. I don't know if I mentioned the word DVD. But I think you get the gist, and I think you can see the blue casing indicating a Blu-ray. Anyway, let's just get on to the fun stuff, the figures. I completely forgot I bought these DVDs a few years ago at an op shop. Some Dragon Ball movies that I have not watched. Here's one of my more recent editions I received as a Christmas present. This Pirate Goku from a chapter artwork during the whole General Blue when they go under with the pirates and shit. Anyway, it's just Pirate Goku. Isn't he fucking cool? I also have the pirate robot that they fight, which is a really sort of cool, obscure little figure from a part of Dragon Ball that is I have very fond memories of, nostalgic memories of in my heart, so I'm glad I got this. I'm not sure from what angle to display this one, but it's one of my favourite figures overall. It's really cool. It's obviously from when the big final battle with King Piccolo, when Goku just fucking punches a hole through his fucking chest. But this is a really nice figure for what was, I think, a pretty cheap figure. It's just fucking cool as fuck, man. I have a lot of Kid Goku figures. As I've said, I think already multiple times, I really love the original sort of just DB portion of Dragon Ball. And so I really loved Kid Goku. He's probably my favourite character overall, the kid version of Goku. I feel like when he becomes an adult, he changes a little bit in ways that I don't like as much. I don't know, but just character-wise, but also aesthetically-wise, Kid Goku is kind of fucking cool looking. This figure is a little retarded looking, but it's okay. Can't remember when I watched Dragon Ball as a kid, like how old I was, but it had to be before the release of Dragon Ball Evolution, because I remember going to the cinema and watching Dragon Ball Evolution and being like, oh yeah, cool, a Dragon Ball movie. And then it was like, huh? What? That's not Roshi. That's not... What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, here's the great Bottomo. One of the best characters from Dragon Ball Super to be added. Dragon Ball Super has its flaws as a whole, but Bottomo is flawless. We've got Grandpa Gohan, who is also fucking dead, as you can tell by his halo. But I remember vague memories of this as a kid with him and the mask and the reveal, and I remember thinking, oh, that's cool. So, it comes with another head you can have with his actual face revealed, but I prefer this mask. It has stronger memories for me. I really remember the mask. Now, as much as I love that Kid Goku punching figure, this is probably my actual favourite Dragon Ball figure, and this is a beast of a monster of a thing here. Buff Roshi, when he does the first Kamehameha wave. Oh my god, this is a fucking beautiful, beautiful looking figure. I'm so glad I was able to get this. I don't know if you can still get a hold of these or if they're charging ridiculous prices. But this is probably this scene is probably one of my favorite Dragon Ball moments of all time. As a kid, I just thought it was so fucking cool, and you know what? I still think it's fucking cool when Roshi just climbs up there, this feeble old man, and he turns into Buff Roshi and unleashes a fucking devastating Kamehameha wave. Oh, that panel when he just goes buff mode and they all start freaking out. So good. So I really love this figure. It's probably my favourite, just not even Dragon Ball, like my favourite figure of all time. Not including my little Hunter x Hunter shrine over there, which is more of a statue. But anyway, this is... Sorry, I'm spending a little more time on this one, but come on, I need to. This is primo stuff. Here we have another one of my favourite Dragon Ball figures, a beautiful figure of Bulma in this kind of epic looking outfit from... I think it was from a chapter page, but then it was used as part of the ending scene of the anime. So it's pretty freaking cool looking, and we got to turn this one around, I'm afraid, for the Manga Tuesday fan base. They need to It's a very well crafted figure that we have to for the Manga Tuesday fan base. They would kill me if I didn't. But look at it. It's just a beautiful, cool looking outfit. She's got a gun. Here we have another Kid Goku, a pretty simple one. But here we also have a Kid Krillin, another one of my favorite characters. Krillin, when he was still a little youngster, much better than when Krillin grows up. I'm afraid to say, just a much better, more interesting character. A nice simple little figure. I need some more Krillin figures, honestly. I have this one, which I think is supposed to be Kid Krillin, but because of the proportions of it, what's the reflections like? He's a little taller than he should be, really. It looks a little more like adult Krillin, but it's supposed to be Kid Krillin. I also have a Jackie Chan, who I love. Well, I love Roshi, but I love Jackie Chan. I just think it's a cool little disguise. And that's also probably one of my favorite arcs or sagas or whatever. My favorite sort of extended parts of Dragon Ball would be that first tournament arc. I love all the tournament arcs, but that first tournament arc, some great fights like with Jackie Chan versus Krillin, Jackie Chan versus Goku in the final, obviously. It's pretty fucking great. Here we have another Jackie Chan. It comes with a few different... Oh, does it come with a few different heads? The head's not coming out. Maybe I'm pulling it at the wrong angle. It definitely comes with different heads, but this is the best head. But yeah, I love Jackie Chan. I have a bit of a Jackie Chan collection. I also have this Jackie Chan, a pop figure. I know the Manga Tuesday fan base loves pop vinyls, but I had to get the Dragon Ball. I had to get the Jackie Chan pop. I've kept it in the box, even though I usually don't with any of the very few pops I do have, just because it had this sticker on it. I was going to get another one to take out of the box, just because I love Jackie Chan that much, but I haven't done it yet, so maybe I'm just a fake Jackie Chan fan, but I'm actually not. I'm actually the biggest Jackie Chan fan. Fuck you. Here is the only other Dragon Ball pop I have, which I did not buy myself. I received it as a gift very recently for Christmas, I guess. It's Bunny Bulma, which is kind of cool, part of that OG Dragon Ball. Here's a I love, as much as I do as much as I love the OG Dragon. Can I stop saying that? I also love Vegeta. Is what I'm getting at. He's a fantastic character. And this is Majin Vegeta, which was a pretty fucking cool moment. I might have seen this fella before in my Piccolo video, but this is King Piccolo. When he actually gets his wish and gets his youth restored, I was like, whoa. But he was already so powerful. There's no way. They're not going to be able to stop him. This is fucked. And then he just hey, I got one more thing, dragon. Blah! Kills the Eternal Dragon, Shenron. What? To the Eternal Dragon. Apparently not. But wait, now they can't wish back the others. And how they can't use the... Oh my... Crazy moment. Here's an Android 18 figure I got. It was the first ever Android 18 figure I got. It's not a very good one, especially for the price. I mean, it wasn't expensive, but for what it was, it's I don't know. It doesn't look that great, and it's a posable one, so I sort of kept it in the box because it doesn't even come with any sort of stand to stand up. But I'm not going to play with it. I'm not a child. I just collect child's toys. Oh, looking at the back, I need to get a Gotenks figure. There was one recently that I was looking at. So anyways, here is a much better Android 18 figure if it focuses properly. This one, much better looking, much better designed for, I think, the same price as that other one. There's also a little mini Majin. There's a mini Majin Vegeta, and I think this may have been the first Vegeta figure I ever got. This little keychain thing. We have the legendary Green Boots Vidal. There was a lot of speculation, because there's a different coloured version you can get it, but there was a lot of speculation about which colour I got. It was finally revealed in episode 100 that I got the Green Boots Vidal. Now, with these figures, but they don't have a base, which is fine if they stand up on their own, but if not, then they come with this clear one. And this isn't even a clear one. A lot of times they have a clear plastic one. It's just because it's clear, it's not invisible. We can see it. And a white one we can obviously see. And that just looks so ugly. I would much rather if it just come with a base that it could clip into. Even if the base was big and chunky and cheap and ugly, I would prefer that than having to use this fucking thing. But, some of them, like Gohan, mostly stand up on his own, so it's sort of okay. But this one doesn't. It would not stand up on its own. Here's another and my final Android 18 figure, and this is a beautiful looking figure. We definitely need some close-ups of the Android 18. Look at that. Look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking figure. Beautiful looking figure. No, but it's really cool. Android 18 is pretty great. There's this figure, it's more of a statue I saw of the scene when Android 18 kisses Krillin. I really kind of wanted to get that. That was a cool moment, but it's kind of expensive, so I probably won't. I have some more figures, but I also have shirts, like this one. I don't know if I'll show all the shirts I have. If I do, maybe I'll show them quickly over the top of me talking right now. Yeah. I also have some, like, Dragon Ball posters that I don't have up at the moment, so they're tucked away somewhere. I'm probably not going to go searching for them and find them. But I'll also show these before we do the rest of the figures. I have some more. These are some of the Dragon Ball manga, but in sort of when they were released in the more traditional American Western comic format. I got some of these just as a cool little collectible, because I like the covers. They use some of the chapter art from the original manga as covers. It looks pretty fucking cool. Like, that one's pretty fucking cool. Do you like my hat? Anyway, this one's pretty... That one's okay. It's probably the worst of the ones I've shown so far. Now, oh, this one's pretty cool. You know, I love that Goku Jackie Chun fight. It's pretty fucking epic. And you know, I love the baseball episode of Dragon Ball Super, so I had to get whoa, stay in focus for the baseball cover of Dragon Ball. What chapter's this? What's in here? Oh, Korin and the magic water. One thing I kind of forgot to mention was my Red Ribbon Army hat. It's a hat. I really want to get one of those more army style Red Ribbon Army hats, but it's kind of expensive. But this one's it's a thing. You know what I really want to get is a General Blue figure. When are they going to make a General Blue figure that's easily bought in modern day time? Here I have a little Roshi's nano blocks thing that I built myself. It's cool little thing. This is that posable Roshi figure I was talking about. Comes with multiple... Oh, and his glasses just fell off. See, I used to have this sort of... Ah, you fucking cunt! I literally just had a piece of wood on my shelf I would have this posing on to simulate... Here, look at a picture I took of it many years ago. A beautiful looking pit. The picture turned out very beautiful. I used a blue plastic chopping board as the background for the sky. But that's how I would have it posed, but it would often fall over and shit because I wasn't using the stand thing. I just sort of had it leaning. And one of my other favourite scenes of Dragon Ball, the whole training when Roshi is training Goku and Krillin, but particularly when he's having them deliver milk, and there's a scene where they're delivering milk across a log, Roshi leading the way, and then with shells on their back, delivering the milk. Just a cool, beautiful scene. I love it. Speaking of which, I have this beautiful Goku figure with the shell on the back in that outfit with the milk coming out. Look at that. This figure's dusty. I should dust it. I need to dust my figures and my manga more frequently. Also, this one isn't going back onto the stand. Ah! Shit, I just dropped that fucking torch. Anyway, this stand is also dusty, but it's not clipping back into the stand. It's fallen out. This stand was always really tight to get it into. It's frustrating. Anyway, I love this scene in Dragon Ball, and I love this figure even when it's out of focus. It's beautiful looking. I wish I had a Krillin version of him carrying the milk. Wait a second, foreshadowing? This figure is small, but it is fucking cool. You got Krillin in the turtle shell with the milk on top of a 3-star Dragon Ball. I'm not sure, does the 3-star ball have any significance to Krillin? I don't think so. Where is the 3-star ball in the original Dragon Ball? I think Roshi had the 1-star... No! Pilaf had the 1-star ball. What did Bulma have? Maybe Roshi did have the 3... I don't know. Here we have a Lanch figure. It's a Q-Posket figure. That's why it's got this sort of weird look to it. That's sort of the design they all have. For some characters, it's okay. Like, I got an Alice in Wonderland Q-Posket that looks pretty good. But for Lanch, it's a little weird looking. It's Vegeta's time to shine. Here he is. A Dragon Ball Vegeta Power Boost energy drink that I bought. Still sealed. I don't drink energy drinks. What do I look like? Some sort of degenerate? ugh, but this is cool to have and put on a shelf. I think that Majin Vegeta keychain was the first Vegeta thing I got, but then this was the second Vegeta figure, and it is more of a proper figure, him in that sort of Saiyan thing. I also got a Miku figure of that same type, and you can sort of stack them, so they're stacked. It might be a little difficult to show just holding up, but here's a Vegeta figure. Hey, it's like this guy on the shirt, because here's him shooting his Gallic gun, I guess. Blah! Super cool looking, nice looking figure. Remember when Saiyans had tails? Remember when they introduced a new breed of Saiyans from a different universe and a new opportunity to reintroduce Saiyans with tails, and they decided just not to because... I also forgot about this Vegeta figure that I haven't taken out of the box because I'm actually going to sell this one, I think. I don't really... Oh, Jesus! Damage it to the box. Here's Super Saiyan God Vegeta, rocking the red hair, along with a Bulma. These are pins, jumbo-sized. It's a Bulma from the sort of the Namek Freezer sort of looking saga. Anyway, these are pins. I don't know if you can see, so you can take them out. You can pin them on my shirt, which I'm not going to do. Also, I forgot I also had this Dragon Ball art book. A visual history. Let's take a quick look at that. Ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, there's some beautiful artwork in here. This could be an entire video on its own, just flicking through every page on this book. Yeah, it's an art book of Dragon Ball with Dragon Ball art. Yes. Ooh. Bulma. Oh, there's that Pirate Goku thing I was talking about. Where's that from? Weekly Shonen Jump 1986 issue 25 cover. So it was the cover of Weekly Shonen Jump, I guess. Had that on it. So. Epic. General Blue! Where was he? I missed him. Where's he gone? He's gone. There was never a General Blue. General Blue! I nearly done forgot about this fucker because he was in a different spot up high behind glass. Another one of my favourite characters from the Z portion of Dragon Ball. Baboom! Majin Buu, the fat Buu. I'm so glad he stuck around, and I love Fit Buu from Dragon Ball Super, but Fat Majin Buu is a very relatable character. He's a very relatable... I don't know if this is an official one. This might be a bootleg. I don't know, though. Actually, I have a bootleg Vegeta somewhere that someone bought for me, and I didn't realise it was a bootleg, and obviously they didn't know. It's of the alternate colour Vegeta, you know, when he first appears in the anime. I don't know where that is, or I would show it to you. Maybe I'll have a quick last dash. Speaking of Buu, I have some Majin Buu. Can you see the Majin M? Some Majin shorts for Majin Tweak. They're okay. Oh, wait. They got Kid Buu on there. Be better if they had Fat Buu. Here we have a figure I had as a child. This little Kid Goku. But you'll notice, if you're an astute Dragon Ball fan, this is GT Kid Goku, which I did not really realise at the time. It comes as a pack with this Shenron. Is his name Shenron? It's the Black Star Dragon Ball Dragon, I guess, which I didn't know about. I never watched GT as a kid. I didn't even watch Z as a kid. So when I got this, you know, it was just cool. It's Kid Goku. That's the Goku I knew from OG Dragon Ball. But I was very confused. Why is Shenron red? But, yeah. Also, look at this thing I made as a kid. A giant paper mache 4-star Dragon Ball. It's a little uneven. It's actually supposed to be a money box, I guess. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I was making a Namekian-sized Dragon Ball. We've seen enough. We've seen pretty much the entire Dragon Ball collection, minus a few little... We've seen all the stuff that people want to see. No one needs to see a tiny little card. Actually, oh no, I have Bottomo cards somewhere and I know where they are. Give me a second. Can you even see that with the lighting? There's a Bottomo booting you in the face. I've got a few of them. What is this? Raw Power Bottomo and another one of these fuckers? What's the lighting like? Confident Bottomo? I feel like the reflections are bad. Can you even see these? Jackie Chun! Is it even focusing? Or is it focused on my face? Don't focus on me. There's another Confident Bottomo. Bulma the Problem Solver, looking Hot! Oh, Deborah, you can't even see these. Who actually cares? Oh, here's a Hercule. This is a pan it's a cool looking card. I don't know, some Goku shit. You'll notice I have no adult Goku figures because I don't really care for the character design or even the character that much. But there's a Goku card and there's a Bardock card. I love Bardock though. His design looks kind of cool, even though they're so similar. Strange, ain't it? Here's a bunch of cards. These must be some I bought kind of recently. Do we really want to flick through them when it's not even focusing and the lighting's bad, but there's like a Beerus. I need a Chumpa figure. Krillin, Chiaotzu. Is that Goku? Is that Bulma? Is that Colin? Goku takes me to the old Bulma. Is that Vegeta? Is that, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? What's that name? Is that Vegeta? What's that Goku? It's a funny angle. We can all see these better. Gohan, Piccolo. We love Grandpa Gohan. There's Goku. There's Fusion. That's the movie. Oh, that's Yamcha. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, who is that? Who's that? The whole time. Piccolo! Is that Kami? Is that not that dude? Is that okay, there's definitely some other, I think maybe older cards I got as a kid, maybe. There could be little bits and pieces here or there. There's definitely posters somewhere of a collage of Goku's face is definitely one I remember, but I love Dragon Ball, okay? It's the reason I started reading manga. It's the first manga I ever read, and it showed me how great manga can be. Also forgot I got these games, which I guess counts. Dragon Ball Fighters, which I actually did play, and Dragon Ball Kakarot, which I really haven't played at all. Anyway, I noticed one comment said in one place that I can't remember about Akira Toriyama dying and saying, oh, gone way too soon. And there's a lot of people saying too soon, and it's like, you know, he was 68. I mean, maybe you can still kind of say too soon for a 68, because he could have theoretically easily lived another 20 years. It takes him to like 88, but like at some point you get to a point where we can still mourn the death and be sad about it, but at some point, I don't know what the age is, but at some point you get to an age and it's like, it's no longer a too soon. Maybe 68 is still a too soon, but I'm telling you, 68 is not a way too soon. Okay, that's a little strong of a language. Okay, I can't actually accept that. I gotta tell you, you're an idiot. You know, if he was like 40 years old, maybe you could say way too, but even there, way too soon, gone way too soon. That sounds like a 20 years or younger be gone way too soon. But yeah, maybe you can let it slide for 30, 40, but I don't know, you know, for me, you know, 150 is gone way too soon. I think we should all live forever, except for the people that suck. You know, I don't plan on ever dying personally, but realistically, 68, I don't know if we can be saying 68 is gone way too soon. Why did I feel the need to mention that? Because I felt like it, and it's not really disrespectful. Some of you fuckers don't even like that. Like, there's people posting shit like, oh, with the passing of Akira Toriyama, I've never checked out Dragon Ball. Should I check it out? Yes, you should read it, because it's good. But if you're just reading it because he's died, like, do you actually want to read it, or you just want to be part of it? You see all these people that have such fond memories of Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama's creations, and now you want to make it about you. How can I get involved with this person that everyone's talking about that I knew nothing about? So should I read Dragon Ball now? You should have already read it. And if you haven't, why would you read it just because he died? It's quite frankly disrespectful. You're latching onto a death just to make yourself feel a part of it. It's disrespectful. I actually like Dragon Ball since I was a kid, so I'm actually better than you. Anyways, that was a pretty, well, I don't know how much, I might just cut all of that out, that pointless rambling. The point is, I love Akira Toriyama's creation, Dragon Ball, and I love some of his other stuff, like Sandland. I just read Cower a few days before the news broke. But I particularly love Dragon Ball, and it is the reason I read manga. So, yeah. What are some of your favourite Dragon Ball moments? What are some of your favourite figures that I have? Whatever. Thanks for watching, and as always, yeah.
It's just another Tuesday. Tuesday.